There's my intro song, you guys. Well, I realize it's so funny because I realized when I was going through all the old videos in the Soul Tribe like album, because you can go through all the media, they all have the countdown, but you don't know what anything is. And I was like, oh, I really need to just come up with and just like play. So I'm gonna come up with an intro.
There you go.
Hi everyone! Thanks so much for joining us today. Here I am blabbing away with Tabby. We were already on before, and I was like, "How's your life? I haven't seen you forever." For those of you who do not know, this is Tabitha, Tabby Cain of BeLightful. She also plays in the physical realm over at her flotation place, which I love so much. And if you're in the Salem, Roanoke area, you should go get in it. It's incredible. I don't even know. I have to put that link up in there. And then also you play in real life at Glow Healing Arts.
I do.
At the Preston House. And if you guys haven't been there, there's spirits and also dope healing and a really cool tree. Is it the oldest tree in Virginia?
It's one of the oldest. It's 300 years old. I don't know if it is the oldest tree, but it actually would be the biggest tree if it wasn't 3 separate root balls. So
right.
When you look at it, it's massive, but it technically is 3 separate root balls. So but it is so powerful. It's incredible.
Yeah. I'm sitting on it in my profile picture because I love it so much. All right. When you're here, say, hey, we're just going to start blabbing. I've known Tabby, I think is it officially 2 years yet?
Not quite, but we're working on it.
Lived so many lifetimes before that. So I met Tabby through soul language and groups and everywhere. And we just met and fell in love instantly and just knew we had the same, I don't even know if you call it a goal, but work and ideals. And we really just knew we were here together and to be of service. And it's just been magical ever since. And so Tabby graciously said yes to coming on to Soul Chats. So I'm going to force her to talk about herself. It's going to be so great. So I'm going to dive right in. So as you guys are listening, if you have any questions or anything you want to ask Tabby, just drop that in the chat and we'll get them answered. Can you just start at the beginning? Like, how did you know you weren't 100% human?
I really thought I was a pretty normal human being for a super long time there. I had myself completely fooled. I had no idea I had any gifts or anything. I was corporate America, and then I was entrepreneur lady. And it was probably 5 or 6 years ago that I heard about this energy work thing, right? And it's like, Donna Eden, like it's this master class with Donna Eden, right? Time, what the heck, right? And it just completely snowballed and took off from there. And the first time I laid hands on somebody, I was like, am I supposed to say what I feel? And the lady's like, I'm just at a healing touch, my very first healing touch class. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, her legs feel really constricted. And the woman turns around, she looks at me, she's like, I've been wearing compression socks.
Oh, whoa.
And that's how that was the first time I actually realized that I could do something, like that I had some gifts and some talents. And then it just literally has blossomed into this really beautiful thing where I've found family around the world and working and helping and doing things with people literally around the world. It's amazing.
So is that when you decided to study metaphysics, or is that something that you were already kind of doing?
No, after I took the course with Donna Eden, I was like totally hooked. I wanted to know everything about it. And I actually ended up getting my master's in metaphysical sciences because I just wanted the information. I was desperate to learn. And there's no place, right? Well, now we're starting to make places, but at that point, there was no place that I could go to find out what are these gifts? What do I do with them? How do I hone them? How do I even start to know what I can do? And it was, another 3 or 4 years before I ever spoke a word of soul language. so I was kind of floundering by myself a little bit, and found this local holistic center and started working with some local people who were blessings and godsends to me, because at least they gave me some direction. But yeah, I mean, I was kind of lost. So I started taking all the courses, right?
Yeah.
So I've got healing touch, I've got Reiki, I've got, all these access bars and tuning forks, and just all, like, I probably have 12, 13 certificates at this point, right? Most of them I got right in the very beginning, because I'm like, I want it all. I want to know it all. I want to touch it all. And now, of course, I just kind of incorporate everything into that general intuitive bucket. But yeah, I was lost. I didn't know what to do or where to go or who my people were.
Yeah. And so that was all. And so you had been in like the Roanoke, Salem, Virginia area that whole time. It's not like
Yeah, I moved down here about 20 years ago. So I'd been here a good long time. Honestly, I didn't have much of a community at all. As kind of a workaholic. And I ran 3 businesses and had 3 kids. And, so I was busy doing my 3D life, and life was cool and whatever. So it took, that kind of spun me 180. And then I was turning around looking, going, I don't even know. I don't even know who to talk to. So.
And that brought you to the internets, into the Facebook groups, into just hunting. Yeah, something you do so well is you're like a beautiful locator, man. You can find all the info and the people. It's incredible.
I'm slowly starting to learn what I can do and how to hone it in.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. All right, so you're here. You're now. I know. I was just reading Christy's.
Just reading it. Yeah.
Comment. Yeah. Learning and growing in the goodness and the hard stuff too. Life shifting. Yeah.
There's my Jennifer. Hello.
Hi everyone. Yeah, we're partying over here.
And Facebook user, because I don't know who that is, right?
You would think that StreamYard would just be like 1 time's enough, but they do their thing. I get it. Personal privacy rights. All right. So you've got all this stuff. You've got all these modalities. You're starting to find the tribe. Like, can you talk about your next stage, moving from kind of that 3D world into like more of what you're doing as work now, and what that was like for you? I mean, was it scary? I mean, you had a pretty good business there. Was it a big shift because of the COVID time, the time of the vids?
I mean, I kind of had started all of this well before that, and the soul language didn't come on until I think there was this big onset around that March 2021 area, and I was part of that awakening group.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really funny because I self-activated. I'd found a Facebook group. I had heard people speaking it. And I'm like, well, that's really interesting. I wonder how you learn that. Like, how do you, and so I'm listening to people talk. And then one night I channeled for 3 hours straight. And I scared the ever-living bejesus out of myself and everybody around me. And I didn't leave the house for 2 days because I was so afraid.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what this is, or how it works, or I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt myself. Like, I don't know how any of this works. And it wasn't too long after that I signed up for it was a Power of 3 event that you were doing. And that's the very first time I met you, was at this Power of 3 event. And you get into my energy and you're like, oh, there you are. We haven't seen each other for a really long time. But it was just like, click instantly. Like, oh, there we are. We're done with that. And that to me was the first time that I felt really pulled into a soul group that just felt right. And then, we all went into this learning situation together, and found Jennifer and Dina and the whole crew, right? Everybody. And then, life just kind of moved on from there. So it was scary, but it was a very interesting time, and started to learn a lot about myself, and learn a lot about what I could do, because I had no idea what laid within me. And until I had my people around me to support me and cheer me on and help me feel confident, I wasn't really able to tap into all of that. And now it just feels like I've been doing it forever. It's like, once you unlock that door, it's like all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like I've known how to do this forever. Like,
Yeah.
But the learning curve goes so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really do just start to remember all the things, and it just becomes more and more adventurous. And for those of you who haven't had an opportunity to sit in a one-on-one session with this beautiful queen, I highly recommend it, because she really can. I mean, you do Akashic records, you do healing, you do like all the things. So it is truly like whatever you need, Argo Tabby, he got you covered. Oh, and you know what I want to talk about too? So what I love, something that you and Jennifer kind of co-created, if I'm getting this correctly, is your beautiful light language, soul language practice group. Can you talk a little bit about that for folks who are interested about in the soul language, light language realm, the language of light?
Sure. So we've come up with this, we just call it a light language, soul language mentorship course. It's a certification mentorship course. We run it for 4 weeks in a row. Tonight is actually the last of the 4 for the current schedule. But basically, we wanted to create an affordable, safe place to learn and explore and understand what safe is, talk about boundaries, talk about what can you channel, because sometimes I think having infinite possibilities can be so overwhelming, you don't know where to jump in and start, right?
Yeah.
So encouraging folks, sharing some possible ideas. And it's really cool because we'll talk about something in class and then you'll see the students come on and do something completely different. And even we're like, that's so cool. Like, I didn't even think about that. So it's really beautiful to watch people kind of blossom and step out of their shell and feel more comfortable, speaking and share not only online, but start to share in their lives with the people around them. Because I think that's one of the hardest things when you first step into this is mixing that 3D and 5D world together.
Right. Yeah. So well put. Yeah, because so much happens once you really connect with yourself and your own dialects with your language of light, or however you want to perceive that through your soul's language. It's really soul opening, because you're around people who are like, yeah, I'm going through this thing too, and I also don't know, and also my life is blowing up. Let's talk about it, because it's really what we don't. It's not really talked about so much in the spiritual realm. I mean, unless it's considered like shadow work or whatever, but something that you and I discuss at length, it's pretty much like a general topic. We're like, hi, what kind of depth are you in this turn with you have new dialects coming in? What's shedding from you? How many times have you cried this week? It's like it really is so beautiful. But that's why I just love so much that you guys put that program together, because it is like a good support group. Like that's what, Christy's saying. It has been an amazing course to help give me confidence and great guidance. I'm so proud of myself. I had a lot of healing and integration, encouragement, and tips from both Jennifer and Tabby have been so amazing. Yeah, it's true.
Thank you. And there are other courses. You can find other courses, but when I started looking, I was finding courses that were costing like upwards of $1,000.
Holy toast.
And I was like, I don't have that kind of cash to just throw down on this. I don't know this from Adam to know if it's even going to be beneficial for me.
Yeah.
And when I look at the course content of the things that are offered, I don't see like the depth and the foundational pieces is what I see missing a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a 4-week course for $99 for the whole 4 weeks. It's there is that piece of energetic exchange that I do think is important, but it doesn't have to break the bank. And so that's why we chose to do it at a super reasonable rate.
Yeah. And then also I think it helps create such a community, because you really do, when you go through big processing and change like that with others, you find your people, right? And they just show up and you're just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you like 20 minutes ago, but now we've had 6 lives together, and like, I remember you from this, and like, you just start seeing everyone. And what I think is really, really great about it is that you really do take time to like share your experience. And then you also, and something I've heard that's come up quite often when people speak of you, and for you guys, I love hearing all the things about all the people. I'm like the tea girl, is that you are always so personable. Like, you really care about everyone. I mean, I know this from personal experience, but like, that is like carried over so much in like just who you are as a person. So if you guys are like really interested in learning, like, Tabby and Jennifer are a great team. I mean, worked with both of them. They really care. And like, that's like such an important thing, right? And it's not just a one and done deal. There's the support group, there's, you know, and just like you were saying, there's like, you find your tribe in that way. And so this was kind of like the inspiration too. So for you guys that don't know, we're doing Find Your Path in Virginia on November 12th and 13th. So anyone who wants to learn, and Tabby's really kind of been like our straight up satellite person there. She's the one who's handling all the interviews of the teachers. We're doing at Glow Healing Art. She's like orchestrated so much stuff between her and Sammy. Thank God for both of you. Plus, if you guys ever want to do like some kind of expo thing, you should probably talk to one of them because they're really good at it. When we went to Virginia, you guys, we went to Virginia. I don't even know. When was that?
It was in May.
Was it May?
May. Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about how you put that expo together? And guys, it was brilliant. But like, it didn't even take you, like, you just did it. Can you kind of like talk about that experience and like what, because you've been doing expos for a long time.
So right. Well, I was just going to say, so I feel like if you look at your life, you can look back and see all these experiences that in the moment you didn't exactly understand why they were there, why they were important. And then as you move forward, all of a sudden you're like, huh, okay, so I totally get that. So, you know, in my past life, I ran a formal wear store. I put together expos all the time. And I had a tool business. We did tool expos. Like, so I had done this expo thing a bunch of different times. So it wasn't a new concept to me. So I was just taking it and reapplying it in this new way and did a holistic expo. And we did one the year before. It was much smaller scale. But I really wanted to see it grow. So I'm like, we're going to the Civic Center. We're going to do this big time. Got us on TV, did the interviews and put those out and everything. And I was so blown away. Like, we were thinking, if we get 500 people, we will be so jazzed. Like, this will be the best expo ever. And I think by the time we got to noon, we were over 1,000. Yeah. And by the time we packed up at 5 o'clock, I mean, I couldn't even see straight anymore. I have no idea how many people made it through that building. But the guy from the Civic Center approached me afterwards. He's like, I don't know what you did, but for an event up here, because we did it in the smaller area, not the big arena. He said, for an event up here, I have never seen this many cars here. And so I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things that I don't do anything. I just do, right? I just do things. And that's one of the things that I just apparently know how to do. Maybe I was in past life.
But you're doing next year, because I know we're coming to that.
Yes.
And that's going to be down on the main floor.
Yeah, we're going for 88 vendors this coming year. So we were only at like, I think 44, 45 last time. Yeah. And so we're looking to double the numbers. People are just desperate for the information. And because there's such a taboo about the holistic community and, woo-woo and witches and, state, and especially when you're talking, Southern United States, it's very much this, if we don't understand it, it's the devil and you're going to end up in hell. And that's kind of the mindset. So all these people will come up to you and be like, yeah, I used to hear these voices, or I used to see this, or and so they know it's real, but they're so afraid to talk about it. And that's why I love doing the expos and the Find Your Path and those kind of things, because it gives people a safe place to come. And when you can do it at a big venue like that, it makes it feel safer for them. It's not in a backyard in a little tent. It's in a established venue space. So I think that's why it went off gangbusters, because there are so many people who are desperate to learn and to grow and to try to figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah. And there's such a strong movement of people like thinking for themselves again and going out and researching and finding their own answers to things they've got questions for, which I'm so grateful for you to, like, you know, when you guys have questions, this is the lady to come to, because she's like, I don't know, you're just such a good teacher. Hi, I'm in love with you. Did you know that?
Me too. I'm loving you.
All right, go ahead.
That's what makes this Find Your Path so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I sell Find Your Path this way. It's really awesome. There's 9 instructors, and we're teaching a total of like 25 different classes. You get to pick 8 of them, and you get 2 20-minute healing sessions with the teacher of your choice.
Yeah.
But more than that are the things that I can't tell you about. It's the things that Allison will bring through, or that Jennifer will bring through, right? It's the things that happen in the moment that you can't plan for and you don't know are going to happen, that just tilt your world upside down, and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And the community, like, it's great to connect with people online, and I love doing it. But when you can actually touch somebody and get that human connection, it is just so amazing. And I really feel like that's one of the best parts of doing these Find Your Path, is that you actually get to be with people and, be in the same space. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something special about it, something amazing about it. And it's something you can't put on a form or a piece of paper.
No.
You can't say, oh, and then this amazing thing is going to happen, and this vortex is going to open, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to do, like, you can't even, like, I don't have enough imagination to create the things that actually happen.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, because the last Find Your Path, so for those of you who know, our last Find Your Path was actually ended up being held at my house, and it was like so perfect, because it was confirmed that I probably have like 30 vortexes and portals everywhere that I don't know, things coming in and out. It's great. But to have everybody here and to learn and teach together, it was so fun. It was small enough where we were able to do a couple of impromptu things. But it really did unfold so beautifully. And a lot of the people who came to Find Your Path are now also, they were curious as teachers and saying, is this something that speaks to me? And very, they wanted to see what it would be like to be in an event like that. So now some of them who are at that event are now teaching at this next one, which is so cool. So even if you have been in it for a while, it's really fun to come. I know in this one, and Jen Marie Cliff is going to do, at least we slid in one advanced thing just for fun, because we can do whatever we want when we're adults. And she's going to do some teaching psychic surgery. So that'll be super fun. But I mean, it's just so different, which is cool. I know. And so also too, oh my gosh, there's like 8 million things I want to say. Okay, so we're coming up to half an hour. So if you guys have questions, start putting them in the comments, because I will literally just keep blabbing away. And so I want to make sure that all of your things are heard, or if you just want to toss something in there that I can say out loud too. So while we're kind of waiting on that, can you just give a quick, like our 30-minute blurb of like where people can find you, what like you're super into right now, like where, like all that stuff.
Okay, so my website is BeLightful Healing, so BE Light, FUL, which ironically, I had the name of my business for several years before I used it or spoke soul language or light language or anything.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But it's BeLightfulHealing.com. And I have a bunch of services out there. I go back and forth. I love to teach, but I really love to work with people and help them. I like the Akashic record readings, but the intuitive sessions are so much fun because I don't know what to expect. I love the mini ones, like when we did the fundraiser and I got to go back online and start doing those.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't done that in so long, and I realized how much I missed it. But I just get pulled in so many different directions, and then all of a sudden you come back around. It's like, oh my gosh, it's been several months since I've done this. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I like doing all the things.
Yeah. It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you also have your flotation business too. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So right before the pandemic, we opened Stillwater Flotation, which is a deprivation float tank center. So basically, you're in about a foot of water and over 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt, and you, the water, and your body are all relatively, or the room are all relatively the same temperature. So you kind of can't tell where you stop and where the water begins. So it's awesome for anything because it's Epsom salt, right? So anything muscle or joint related, fibromyalgia, arthritis, those kind of things, it's amazing. It's great for anxiety, depression, and PTSD, but for people like us, it's also really amazing to go in to meditate and to connect and to bring through downloads and all of those kind of things as well. And they're all over the world, so you don't have to be in Salem or Roanoke to utilize something like that. We also put in fire and ice, which is cold plunge and sauna. Therapy.
Talk about that. I think it's like the most insane thing ever, but I love it. I'm never
to be 100% honest, I can only do maybe a minute in the cold plunge tub. I'm such a cold wimp. Given the preference, I would prefer to do the floating. It's a nice neutral experience. It's very relaxing. You're going from 150 degrees to 55 degrees in the cold plunge, in the fire and ice, the cold plunge or the sauna. But there are a lot of people who would much rather do that than to go down and float. So, I mean, it's all personal preference, but yeah. And then the other really crazy thing that I'm doing right now, because I don't have anything going on in my life, I actually started taking massage therapy class.
Yes. Oh my God.
But it's not, I mean, I think I will enjoy doing massage, but it was something that I manifested accidentally through our great friend, the one and only Dorothy, who has now left us. Right? I just found her.
I know. And you know what she said? She said it would be the last time. Do you remember when she said that?
Yeah.
We didn't get it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just popped in. Go.
But she really opened my eyes and opened my mind to this concept of our system, our body systems. And so I said, I really need to figure out how to learn all of this stuff. And then lo and behold, this opportunity presents itself to go into massage class, which is learning all of the body systems. And so it's with the intention of being able to better serve by knowing where things are in the body and how they connect and interact with each other to help people bring about healing. So I'm really, really excited about the prospects that come along with that too. So
we've got a question in the comments for you. Do you recommend still doing a full clearing, grounding, and protection and good intention setting if you plan to channel or meditate while floating? Any tips to better relax? That's a great question.
Yeah, I 100% would recommend doing all of those things anytime you're connecting. I don't care where you are. Anytime you're opening yourself up and you're opening your energy up, you want to make sure that you're well grounded and well seated within yourself, so that and setting that intention for the highest and greatest good, so that you know you're protected and you don't have to worry about it. Breathing is my biggest tip. In regular meditation or in floating meditation, if you can concentrate on the breath and get yourself out of your head and stop that thinking mind, that box breath, the 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4, is a really great way to do that. But anything that will take you out of the thinking mind and allow you to slip more into that theta brainwave state will help you make those connections a little bit better.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's always in the breath. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Light language with massage is very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, Reiki and light language is extremely powerful too.
It's just gonna be like, yeah, it's so funny because Bishop's been asking me for like massages and Reiki, and he goes in that other thing that you do. And it's been amazing how it's really changed. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get a massage from you. Yes. Adding it to my list of things. It's so great.
It's gonna be a hot minute. Class goes, I cannot believe how intensive the studying is for massage therapy school.
How long is the course? Is it like 10 months or something?
It's 9 months, 9.5 months. And first half is all straight book work, and then the second half will be hands-on. But we're doing AMP right now, and we're doing 2 chapters a week, and it's intensive.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's really, but the information is amazing, and I already can see how it's impacted my ability to feel into the body and understand what I'm feeling better.
I know, you were telling me about that, and I was like, maybe I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna finish hypnosis first, though. I'm doing it all the time. My breath is amazing. I use breath for clearing in all things. Yeah, breathing. Right. Karen's like, yes, breathing. It's really like, it's our human superpower.
And we do it intuitively without even thinking about it, but we're really bad at it. Like, you would think for something that you have to do to stay alive, we would be much more efficient at it, but we're not, and we have to really make it a conscious practice in order to make it effective for our whole body.
Yeah. Yep. Because then and you're like, oh wait, fill up the top of your lungs, and you're like, what? And they're like, fill up the back of your lungs, and you're like, what? And you're like, my lungs are huge. Like, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. Get to hang out with you and talk to you. This is the best. I love it. I'm gonna see you soon. I'm like a month, 30 days, you guys.
Yep.
It's incredible.
4 short weeks.
I know. It's going to go so fast. So I've got Find Your Path coming up that you're definitely a part of and doing and helping, and you're amazing. And you're going to be a licensed massage. Is it a massage therapy? Is that what your official, what's the official title? Yeah.
Yeah. LMT is the initials of licensed massage therapy. So.
Okay. That makes so much sense.
And here comes my cat.
Yay!
She's like, I hear you in here talking.
So we're kind of like in the last 20 minutes, and I want to be a little greedy and see if you're open to it. But how are you feeling? And totally say no, because we didn't talk about this at all. But I'm greedy, and I love you as a messenger and channeler. Are you open to maybe like tuning in and see if there's any like a collective message for us that everyone is here tonight? Or I don't know if you guys have experienced any of our beautiful queens channeling, but it's pretty incredible. So are you open to doing that? You can say no.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to.
You're also just coming off of COVID, so I also don't want to pressure you and be like, it's fine, I have a fever, so it's good.
So I will see what's out there, what needs to come in.
Yes.
I don't generally go that deep when I'm in front of people, but let's see what we can pull out of our magic hat today.
Yeah.
So we're going right straight to the solar plexus today. So this is talking about the internal fear that we hold and don't talk about. The things that we're afraid if we bring voice to, that will bring life to them as well. And so going into clear some of this fear that's held in the solar plexus. Of
bonus. It says a bonus. Keep going. I'm sorry. I'm really excited. I love when this happens.
No, or anta hiroshukos anta jatayis. Mos anta hirshunko santari, mor anta hirshakost. Ant ar it or not at erot no or. Me erot onto kors anta hisk. Ar anta e ush ant an it or na ata. Na ero ont ash es ont oko at ant. So somebody else has come in here. You've heard this one before.
This is a dialect that we share.
For the collective.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Tokora anta hier und ush atati at untri it et or unut ar end it or anta ekit ursk. Mat and ish nat ari it orot und arket ursk und ursk. And et not or at esnius or ascientericus natar ansciacio suntor nater ascient esiut or ta hand et or no osata. Mi anta escikior onos ata ni ata ish mor anta ete honor na ata ende eter or ish kant as is untor no os ant arasiker enteros osuntoro und ant are etesh of son quosias Matara anta it antar unu nakiar no sut no shikyas on sutur. So that was very much a message about that it's time to step into our role, that it's time to move into the wholeness of that which we are to be. Being the true center of self. Yeah, and it's time to step into ourselves. So
that's beautiful.
Well, thanks for letting me do that.
Yes, I know it was like not planned, but
sorry.
Now I got to clear for all of us too.
Clearing, right? Lots of clearing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, amazing. Well, now we're just chilling. I got all my questions out.
Now I'm hot.
You're gonna clear for all of us. You're so good. It's amazing.
Lauren, if you could work on that portal, we would love to have you here with us for sure.
Yeah. That's going to happen one day, you guys. I'm going to show up at your house and be like, hi, open a portal. You want to come? Let's go. Because why not? There's so much happening in this world. Like, if it truly is limitless, it's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun. It'll also save so much in gas, which I totally support. Getting off fossil fuels.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
That was there. I feel like we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're making progress. So
Yeah. I mean, it is really like we're starting to really see the communities come together. I'm noticing people are really meeting in real life, and that's so much of it, right? Of really, we're gonna get to Europe though for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think we need to start expanding across. We've done a really good job of starting to get across the United States.
Yeah, succeeding.
We've even done missions all the way out in St. Louis. So I think we're covering some good ground, but it's definitely time to start crossing the ocean and getting our people over there.
Yeah.
Getting some loves and some hugs and some real people time.
Really so. And I know we're going to try also to do a little show up in Canada. We've got some Canadian people and we need to tool around and visit. There's so many that are on sacred land too. We're going to be starting. So there's like so many things going to be happening.
So if somebody who was listening was like, oh my gosh, I totally want to find your path to my area. Would we be open to bringing this other places too?
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Yeah, we can bring the party to your town, you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, you can holler at Sammy. So it's Samantha at pollucidinlife.com, or you can even whatever, hello at Sayunistay, or hi at pollucidinlife.com and request that. Eventually we're going to get all the buttons up. Sammy just finished her beautiful wedding and is rounding out her honeymoon this week, and then we'll be back on doing that. But yeah, we're down to like travel, because for us it's not about the money. Like, we're really trying. So pretty much almost 100% of the money we receive from the ticket sales go to all, like a little bit goes to each teacher, like whatever is left over, but it's like food and all of the like the books and everything else. And in fact, last time I got teased because I was like, everything must be color copied. And Tabby was like, I don't think people care if it's color copied. I was like, but I care. And she was like, and it was so funny. I was like, you're right.
Beautiful books. I mean, oh my gosh, they were gorgeous books. And I love that, because I'm just like that. Here's the information. Let's go do something, right? I'm very just black and white in that way. That's just my corporate America background, right? And here's Allison, and she just makes it all roses and sunshine. And my form looked so awesome. And I was like, yay! So it had the information I wanted, but it was really palatable too. So that was amazing.
Yeah, so that, I mean, it is really about that. And eventually and then it also pays for any lodging or anything special. And we're trying to do something special for depending on how many tickets are sold. So if there's enough tickets, we could do special things for the teachers. But in real life, the teachers really are coming because they want to teach, right? That's why we do it. And so it's really super amazing. So yeah, if you guys are interested in hosting or knowing anyone who wants to host it, we'll come. Sammy and Tabby's amazing at it too. Those two, I'm just like, yeah, can you go talk to them? Thanks. They'll get it done in like a minute. And now we've got like a rhythm and everything too. There's like a formula. So you can just kind of talk about like what you want, what you think your community needs. And we've got teachers for that. Yeah. And teachers in your own and healers in your own community too.
Well, and you don't have to be local to attend either. We've got a couple local hotels that we're recommending to put you up in. And, if lodging is your sticking point, reach out and let us know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out a way to get you housed. But, we had people driving 8 and 9 hours to make it out to the first one in Indiana. And those are the people who were like probably almost the most excited. Everybody was excited, but
yeah.
So it was well worth the trip for sure.
Yeah. It is really life-changing. You're just not the same after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And awesome too. Yeah. And we've done a couple, are you going to be holding another soul language retreat soon? We should probably talk about that. We should do that.
We don't have any plans for it right now. When I picked up this school,
oh, right.
It's taken a lot, but I assume at some point we will definitely do another one, but it'll probably have to be in the spring or early
summer. Time. We can go outside in that tree.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just reading all the
me too. I can't talk and be present and read at the same time. Like that's just too much for my brain.
Like, I'm just loving. Can't wait till we see everyone.
Hello so yeah, if you've got that weekend of November 12th and 13th free, sign up and come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
It will be amazing.
It really is going to be amazing. I need to meet all your new people. That's typically what ends up happening is you meet people in the tribe and you're like, oh. So it's not just that you get to learn. And it's really safe too because you're in a space where, and this is something you do so naturally too, and that space it's just like safe. Like you can be, quote unquote, weird and ask strange questions and talk about the weird things that happen to you. And we're all like, yeah, no, we probably have some attached story to that. Because what we found is we all get a little piece of the puzzle.
That is so
we work together. And so we have like a couple message group chats going, be like, hey, this weird thing happened. And they're like, all right. And sometimes we'll get, did you guys get pulled today? Like, did anyone, like it's been, and you get together and you get to start having these adventures with these people and you can really create and co-create your world as magical as you want it to be, and that's like the fun of it. And then, you get to meet up for dinner and snacks and drinks if you're into that and all the good stuff and sleepovers and sometimes children get involved. It's great.
Well, and it's your people are probably not next door to you. There may be some, right? There may be some that are local to you, but the majority of your people are probably across the United States or in, Northern America or over the ocean or, somewhere. And we've got amazing people literally all over the world. And it just blows my mind. I saw Tian signed on, like, all the way from Australia, and Wendy's like, oh, I just woke up to this. Good morning. Like, it's just the coolest thing to just have this family that's everywhere. It's amazing.
I know. There's nothing like it, truly. And it's so great that that's the whole idea when we started, like, say, Unistay, where I was like, well, we've got these 5 pillars. Let's start with this consciousness pillar and how, you were like right there at the beginning. You're like, yep, I don't know what's happening, but I'm in. I was like, cool. Cause I also don't either. It's been such a change and you guys are changing. Say Unistay is like changing again. We're just morphing as we go. This 8-year to 3-year plan has really changed some stuff, but it is so beautiful. And it's like, and and I think about everybody all the time. Like I spend a lot of my time just being like, what's going on in New Zealand right now? Like what's happening with our Australia friends or our BC friends or like, yeah. And it's like we found that we were all so close together, which is like some of us in this, for some reason, there's a bunch of us in like the central part of the United States. So we can, like, I mean, really, you're only like not even 9 hours from us. We're only like 2 hours from Jennifer Wardlow.
Yeah, Tiffany's right up there. Like,
yeah, she's like
a good little group.
Hour. It's so fun. What was that?
I said it's a good little group there in the Indiana area.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're doing our next. If anybody's local wants to come along, if you're not part of the B-Town Landing Pad Healing Circle, we're one of our beautiful circle members. Maggie is hosting up north, which is about, I think it's about an hour and 45 minutes north of from Bloomington. But if anybody wants to go to that or is interested, just let me know. Sorry, I'm just tossing that out. That's going to be next Saturday around 2, I think. She's holding the circle. If anybody's into that. Nice. I know. I kind of want to spend like a week out at your place, though. That's what I want to do. Let's come out for a week and be like, we're going to do things.
When I was like, come and see me, and then I'll put you in the float tank.
That does happen a lot. I'm like, all right. I know, I'm excited. I was telling Bishop about the float tank stuff, and he's like, that's the first thing he wants to do as soon as he gets his pick line out. Because like, when research it. Yeah. Float tanks are cool.
I don't imagine that would feel good at all with pick line in.
No. Mm-mm. Does anyone know how Magdalene is? I do not know. The last time I saw her posts where she was doing okay. That's a great question. We should reach out and find out how she's doing. Lauren is in the comments being setting up.
Like, okay, let's figure out how to put something together over here so they have to come over.
Yeah.
I feel the scheming happening already.
It's so great. I know we're like all making plans. Yeah, Maggie moved out west, I think, right? Haven't. I don't know, but the algorithms change all the time. And honestly, guys, I haven't even been online that much between the hospital and the car wreck and the other car situation, which is now probably wrecked too. It's fine, and just trying to get everything together in school and life. And then Pluto went direct, and I don't even know. How are you handling Pluto going direct? Are you loving it?
I think I might be. I'm not. I'm just coming back online myself. I got taken down for some upgrades and whatnot, and it was about 10 days. And I did a lot of sleeping, which is not something I'm usually really great at. But
they'll make you sleep.
Yep.
I love this. They're all like, we're going to open this portal. I'm going to pick you up.
Sounds good.
Pluto, guys, look where Pluto is in your houses right now. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Do you want to do this with us? So I'm going to start a group together, you guys. There's going to be, I think we're going to do 2 groups, but the first group is I want to learn about human design. Do you know about human design?
I've heard a little bit about it. I don't know that much. It sounds interesting.
I'm going to do, if anyone wants to, I'm going to start a little circle and we can all meet. I don't know. In real life, probably once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks, but occasionally to hold a space so we can at least talk about it as we learn. Because you can get the book and teach yourself too. I'm just trying to learn everything while I'm here on this planet, man.
Just remember, really.
Yeah, that's true. I am also finishing my hypnosis thing and QHHT. Oh, do you want to be one of my guinea pigs?
Yes.
Yeah, Karen, it'll be an online group.
Yeah, I totally want to do that.
Also, if there's anyone local around who feels like they want to be a little guinea pig for a QHHT session, I'm going to throw myself in here now. Come find me because I need 25 people. And I realized I went on their forum. And so in the past couple of years, it's been really hard for people to put people in deep trance because there's so many that are awakened now that it's like they're just so connected. So what I was reading about is many people are actually there the whole time. So they stay in the alpha state and the subconscious comes up to meet them. Like their team comes up to meet them and you can watch it all together. And I was like, wait, what? So anyway.
Yeah, I'm totally down. I'm there. Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do it one of the nights when I'm there.
That sounds like
Saturday night, I guess. I mean, I probably won't leave until Monday, to be real. The whole reason my daughter's not coming is just she's like, I had to miss 2 days of school. I'm not coming. I was like, no. Yeah, Lauren, I have to be in person though, so I'm gonna have to fly to Europe. That's how I'm gonna solve this. I'm gonna go to Europe and come to your house. Yeah. Last year, Kaylee gifted me the hypnosis course. I'm almost finished that. It takes a long time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Life is so rude.
I was going to say, life always gets in the way of doing the things you want to do, right?
No. I know we were really blessed this past kind of turn because we got to hang out a lot in person. We went to Serpent's Mound.
Mm-hmm.
Jen Marie invited us. That was a great time. If you guys are in Peebles, Ohio or close to, highly recommend going there. There's a cool dude who he's cool. We bought his books. Expos. Just fun times.
Well, it started with the light language course and then the expo, and I mean, it's just been thing after thing, which was awesome. And it's been a couple months, so I'm really looking forward to getting with everybody.
It's like it's been forever.
Yeah.
I want to do human design. Great. So I'm going to start a group. I have no idea what it means. I'll just start posting everywhere and be like, I started this private group. Do you want to do this, you guys? And maybe we can all get together and figure it out. Because what I realized, I was doing it the other day, and like how it's so interesting. Like it's like a puzzle for me. Like once it's a puzzle and I can figure out how everyone fits together, because I was working on our household, because I now know, being a projector, I'm really good at seeing who's who. And my daughter is a manifesting generator. She's the head of the household, essentially. If you have a manifesting generator in your household, they're the one that defines your household. This is what I'm learning. And so if they are on the right track, the whole house goes.
That's pretty cool.
I'm that reflector guy we met at the last event.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're doing school. We've got a couple minutes left, so we just blabbed away about whatever. You're finishing up. You're going to be doing this for a couple more months now. Probably springtime. You'll be an official massage therapist.
Yep.
Find your path.
And then, if you know me at all, you know that it will never just be massage.
I think about that. Like I almost never, I did my first just Reiki session, and I realized like I'm just doing soul Reiki in my head, but I like really stuck with the Usui and did all the things. I can only imagine how your massage sessions are going to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to incorporate new tools in my toolbox.
Oh my gosh. And they can all get that right in person at the Glow, which is really nice.
Absolutely.
All right. So you've got your soul language, light language practice group. Guys, go join that if you want to learn about that stuff. It's a private group. So it's like everybody who's in there, we like know each other. And then you can always find us bobbing around here. Tabby is actually also part of Pellucity in Life. So once I'll be revamping. I'm revamping everything. It's taking a long process. So you'll be finding her services, and also Jennifer Wardlow's on there too. So we've got Cindy Rule on there with her like whale song magic thing. You guys should go check that out. It's crazy. So we've got Pellucity in Life. We've got BeLightfulHealing.com. And then you're also on Facebook too. Wonderful Lightful Healing. And then they can also track you down at Glow Healing Arts. And then you've got your flotation. Tell me your flotation. Why can't I remember?
Still water.
Because I start to envision, and then all I see myself is getting in that giant tank and laying there in complete and total darkness and glory. And it was the best.
That was me just a few hours ago.
You're so relaxed. Like, I took a nap. So good.
I usually am really good. Like I'll wait and see if somebody books a spot. And then if nobody books a spot, I'll go ahead and float. But a lot of times I lose my spot because we're so full.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was like, I am floating when I get done work tomorrow. So I put my name in the schedule and save my spot and everything.
Yes, I love that. It's so fun.
So yeah.
It's almost like so if you guys want to do a little healing getaway weekend, they literally could come to Roanoke and like book a whole weekend with you and your people and have like the most amazing time.
For sure. Absolutely.
I was like, do you offer packaging? I have so many follow-up questions. I'm like, I don't know. What? Give me an order of operation. Get a massage, get intuitive healing, have some tea, have a snack. Go to float. Oh my god. Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, when you guys come to the States, it's going to be a wild ride.
That is.
Yeah, I guess we're at an hour now.
I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, thanks for saying yes and blabbing with me for an hour. It's so great. And now I'm gonna end the broadcast, you guys, and continue to blab at Tabby until she's tired of me. So you know where to find us. Yeah,
a few hours.
Yeah, probably. Check out all the things. There's tons of events going on. We're doing on 11/11 is our next Glimpse of Grace event, which I realize is at noon, and that's a Friday right before we get in the car to go to Virginia. So I'm really excited about that. Those are always free if you want to come and receive healing or be a part of it or whatever. And any questions, let me know. Tabby's usually there. I'm always like, you coming? You coming? You coming? You coming? Great. And please go join the groups. Go check out Tabby. You know, her email is right. Is it just Tabby at BeLightfulHealing.com?
It is. Yep.
That's what I thought I read. Oh, Kaylee, I love you. And you please stay connected. You know, Sayuna Stay is home. So Pelusian Life is home. So go out, live your best life, come back, recharge, you know, come to these. I'm reposting a lot of, we lost our YouTube video. Now I figured out how to save videos from Facebook. So you're going to see a lot of old school soul chats coming up from the tribe members. So yeah, keep a lookout on that. We'll be posting on YouTube if you're into that. There's a TikTok lying around. You have a TikTok?
I do. BeLightful Healing.
Yeah, you're on the TikTok. The click clack world. That's what I heard the other day. Yeah.
I'm not very great about it, but it's there.
Oh, you're so sweet. I know they used to. We're so different than who we were. If you guys want to have a project tonight you should go and celebrate all your past selves. Light a candle for them and celebrate them because they brought you here now. Pluto's in direct. Let's just get ahead of the game, y'all. All right, ending broadcast. Go stalk us. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Ending broadcast.